Hi, my name is Tony. Ever wanted to make a top hat? Well, if you did, let's start with an easy one. Yes, I'm completely serious. You can walk around with something like this on your head tomorrow. Yes, you are right. This is amazing, and I can show you can make one just like it. Everything is already sized, so don't worry about anything. Just measure your head circumference with a soft tape like this around your forehead and just above the ear tips, so you can find out your exact size. Please refer to the pattern and print the size closest to your measurements. Pattern? Yes, there is a pattern. You thought you're gonna have to draw your own plans? No. I already did that for you in 8 different sizes, including the exact placement of every single stitching hole. All 20 of them. So next, watch this quick video to find out where to get the pattern from, how to print it, punch the stitching holes and cut the leather in a few very easy steps.
There is no space for this broken body. There is no area for my thoughts. Turn off your phone and come looking for me. Let's do an IRL hide and seek.
Now let's get through the materials very quickly. I recommend 4 or 5 ounces of leather, medium to hard temper, so vegetable tan leather would work very well. I also used 1.5 millimeter holes and 1 millimeter thread. I like this combination a lot. You can also go for 1 millimeter holes and 0.8 millimeter thread. That will also work. Now, once you have everything cut and ready to stitch, you should be looking at these pieces here. In my case, I decided to complicate things a little bit and aligned the brim with some nice red chrome leather, all right, for a little bit of color. You don't have to line the brim at all, but when you roll it up like that, it just looks amazing, this red popping up. Along with the red stitching, that is money right there. I glued the leather flesh side to flesh side, but left about ½ an inch clean so I can insert the crown in between just like a sandwich. Talking about the crown, I decided to connect it here with a triple stitch. What do I mean by triple stitch? Very easy. There are 3 stitching lines, all right? Start with the middle one here, and after you are done, fold the sides on top of themselves and stitch them close. Just watch me closely as I demonstrate. Now that looks nice. Yes, it takes a little bit of extra work, but it's well worth it. And it's not really a long stitch at all. You can do it. Now you can tap the stitching a little bit to flatten the edges like I'm doing here. Next, turn the crown inside out and let's attach the top. I hope you marked where you need to connect the two as shown in the pattern. Alright? Those markings are there for a very good reason. If you didn't, just fold it in half and find out where the center is and use that as a starting point. Now this is a very easy stitch, so I let you finish it, and once you are done, we continue.
Cutting the power lines, we're done talking about it. A spark turns into fire, and we're not sorry about it. If you're not sleeping tight, you know we're onto something. You hear the streets are crying, ocean turns into fighting. Take it to the streets, hit, control the lead. Take it to the streets, hit, control the lead. Warning's been spread wide, you can't do none to stop it. Posing is bona fides, but you're only causing riots. Words move from mouth to mouth. Justice is also troubling, all the way from north to south. It's been a long time coming.
Next, turn the crown back out and start shaping it a little bit. Take your time, and once you got the leather where you wanted it, use a stitching hammer once more to persuade the leather to hold its newfound shape. Now we can leave the crown out a little bit for a moment, yeah, and let's move on to the brim. All right, this wide part here. Now there is a long piece of leather covering the brim all the way around the edge. Note that one of the ends is a little bit wider. I'll explain why a bit later. You just make sure you start stitching from the other end. Now just choose any of the sides and have at it. Basically you will sandwich the brim in between the edge piece here. So go ahead and do just that for about 4 or 5 stitches and then stop, because we're gonna need to insert a metal wire into the mix as well. This will help later to shape the brim any way you want.
Keep it up one more minute. Keep it up, you're so great. Standing, talking, you got me checkmate. No one's watching or nothing. I have cleared out the room, also that you can get to be the big spoon. Cut on me, blue. Take me to the edges of you. Every little inch of my skin, baby, I will let you in. Call me up in a minute. Call me up, set me straight. Pickpocket my eye socket. There's no time to be prude. I let you kidnap my tongue in. I let you measure my waist and intense fire will take us higher than higher. Cut on me, blue. Take me to the edges of you.
Just like I said earlier, after a few stitching holes, insert a 2mm aluminium or even steel wire in between the leather piece like I'm doing here.
Baby, I will let you in. Can you feel the 7799? Tell me you do.
Leave about an inch and a half sticking out and then continue your stitching.
Cut on me, blue. Take me to the edges of you. Every little inch of my skin, baby, I will let you in. Cut on me, blue. Take me to the edges of you. Every little inch of my skin, baby, I will let you in. Chilly sky, crisp air. Push the good ones away. I'm hanging out here. I've been watching you. You've been watching me too, right? Can you picture you and me in the darkness? Kissing, touching. Kill the lights, I'm your assassin. No sleep breaking. Every inch of my skin's missing you, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in.
It goes without saying, make sure the metal wire is long enough to go all the way around the brim and then some. When you're almost done, trim the wire so it only overlaps about an inch and a half and continue your stitch.
No safe word is needed, right?
You will notice the edge cover is a little longer, and that's okay. just as intended. Use those extra holes, that extra piece, to cover the end like I do here. And because the piece is just a little bit wider, it should be a better fit as well. Because now is the later I was talking about earlier. Make sense? Good. Let's move on.
I'm your assassin. I'm your assassin. Just keep breathing. Breathe out, breathe in. Relax and give in. Can you picture you and me in the darkness? Kissing, touching.
Again, it may be a good idea to flatten the stitching a little bit.
Breathe out, breathe in. You and me in the darkness, kissing and touching. Kill the lights, I'm your assassin.
Well, this is the brim ready, and this here is where I'm gonna insert the crown. If you used a single piece, the crown will be stitched under the brim, all right? If you want the hat to be perfectly aligned, make sure you're stitching from the designated holes in the pattern.
He's not you, but I will just pretend. He's not kissing me the same way. But when I close my eyes, I see your face. I'm losing myself for a minute, yeah, my head's in the clouds again. But what goes up must come down when I wake
Well, I'm pretty much done, but I wanted to add a simple hat band as well. Now, there is no pattern for this hat band because it's a simple belt. I'm sure you can manage. Anyway, if you want something basic, just like this one, this is how I made mine. I cut a long strap about 1 inch wide, made a few stitching holes at one end, and then placed it around the hat like so, and I marked where the other stitching holes should be. The rest is history. Perfect fit, amazing hat, and it took me less than a day to make. This baby is ready to wear. Look at that. Wow. Well, this is the end of the tutorial. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. And if you like this tutorial, subscribe to my channel to be notified when a new one comes out, and check out my other hat making tutorials as well. Peace. Oh, and one more thing. Apparently, I never told you to like my videos. I just assumed you did, because seriously now, if you aren't one of those 3 or 4 haters who always dislike what I do, you know who you are. I know who you are. So if you're not one of those people, why wouldn't you click the like button? Somebody gotta tell you, you watched this far. One click and you're done. See you later. Stay safe.